So, my name is Ria Hartley, and what I explore in my practice and how. So, I guess at this stage, I would talk about my practice as autobiographical, and I talk about everything that I explore stemming from the body and its lived experience. So I think everything is related to the body, and more recently, it's not just about the lived experience in terms of perception and my understanding of memory and history and going through certain social or cultural or political ideas in reaction to my identity, but also really trying to understand the biology of the body and how also the biology and the identity is emerging from that as a narrative. What do I explore in my practice? Self-knowledge and how the personal, political relates to, I guess, the external kind of political. Thinking within my work, I'm quite sure about what the process is. I use a lot of research in my work and dialogue, lots of vibrant dialogue. But I don't necessarily know what the work is going to be at the beginning or what form it's going to take, and I think that in my ideal environment I would have the freedom to discover what the work would be, how to make it, to create a process or a structure for myself is sort of a slightly more prescribed. I begin with questions, ideas, objects, bits of paper, fragments of conversation, obsessions, urgencies, things that spring out in the news or in communities that seem to relate to something else that sort of creates a ball of energy. The ideas that don't let me sleep at night, the ones that kind of hammer on and don't allow me to ignore them, I guess. It's called Recall, and it's a one-to-one performance that is really an invitation to an audience to locate a memory from the past and rewrite that based on their own desires and imagination. I'm going to need you to repeat that for me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Welcome to Recall. This room is a space for your recollection. I'm going to ask you to recall from your memory. It's important that I tell you first that you can see me, but I cannot see you. I am looking directly into the lens of a camera. The camera is looking back at me. What the camera can see is what you can see, but neither me nor the camera can see you. And the decision for making the audience anonymous is really to give permission, I guess, for openness and concentration and more agency, because in a one-to-one performance there is already quite a strong power dynamic set by the audience, and so the screen allows that to be dissolved slightly, and so there is potential for instant trust, and I guess it gives permission for more agency for the audience to then choose how far they want to go. How were you feeling when you woke up?
Expectant.
What did you dream about last night?
A car break-in.
Can you tell me more about that?
My car had been broken into and was mangled up, but he'd been twisted like a child, and the boot was open, the window was smashed, and there was a marshmallow in the side window.
What was the last film that you watched?
Oh, the Beast of the Nation.
Where is your passport?
It's now in its correct secure drawer, yes. In my kitchen.
Who are you missing? The piece is 20 minutes long. I constructed a script. I worked with the field of neurology, first of all doing my own research, and then I had the opportunity to speak with a neurologist about how memory works. And through learning how we extract memory, how long-term memory is stored, how we can trigger memories through certain questions, certain words, I created a script that would allow the audience to experience a kind of flurry of memory that would shift them through different times, different spaces, different
Take a moment to just ensure that you're
kind of
sitting
emotional
comfortably
responses
and relaxed.
and sensory experiences, so that there would be a potential to kind of draw this blank space, this sort of completely blank space, into a kind of world or reality, but bouncing all around time and space. Within that kind of frame of mind, then there is the potential to very quickly select an area that you would like to kind of work with in the piece. So the piece happens quite quickly, and there is also an object introduced into the work kind of halfway through, which allows the audience to project their ideas onto the object and also bring the object back into the memory.
I've still got the harmonica. Still play it in moments of unease. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ria.